and welcome to Baking or Decorating. Today we are going to be doing cake pops and cake balls, which are essentially the same thing, but one has a stick and one doesn't. I have already gone ahead and baked one of the cakes today. I just used a Pillsbury chocolate cake. And then we will be making a white cake as well. First of all, we're going to just start with disassembling our chocolate cake into a bowl, crumbling it up. We have a lot of things going on here to make cake pops. So our cake mixes, and you're just going to follow the direction on the back of the boxes. So this one calls for half a cup of oil. For a white cake, I like to do just egg whites. So half a cup of oil, 1 1/4 cups of water, and 4 egg whites. So just follow that direction, just as is. And we're also going to just be using some pre-made frosting to keep our cake pops together and moist. So I think we will start just crumbling our cake. It is just going to crumble it into a clear bowl. And I like to not use the edge so we don't have any crispy parts of the cake. So I'm just going to cut around the edge. And this is cooled off. I made this a couple hours ago. And take it out. And we are just going to crumble with your hands. And be sure, remember, as always, start with clean hands. Wash your hands. Crumble. If you have brothers and sisters, you can get them involved in this part. Everybody can kind of help. And one box of cake mix makes quite a few cake pops. So just crumbling, making sure we get no hard pieces in. Grabbing my frosting. And we're just going to start with 2 dollops of icing. So I have a spoon here and just a heaping tablespoon, 1 and 2. So we're just going to mix all this together. We kind of want it to be mixed into a Play-Doh-like consistency. I don't know if you can, it's a little bit difficult to see, but it's coming together here. And I think I'm going to add 1 more heaping tablespoon, just so we can get it nice and incorporated. Very important that we don't have it crumbly, but like I said, a Play-Doh consistency that sticks together. So see, it's all coming off in one nice giant cake ball. So you want to get it to a point where you can just form it all together. I'm I'm going to go wash my hands at this point. So, have my hands washed. I am going to take some wax paper. Oh, this makes a little bit of a mess, as you can see. Wax paper and just line a cookie sheet. Line in a cookie sheet. And I'm going to grab a measuring spoon. Coming back to you in a moment. So, grabbing a measuring spoon, I am going to take 2 tablespoons worth. So, 1 and just a flat tablespoon worth, 2. And I'm going to roll, 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 roll. Form that ball. And this cake pop nice and firm. And then we're just going to continue to do that until all of our dough is used. You want nice, round, no sharp edges. Roll, roll, roll. And so we're just going to continue on making this until those are all gone. I do want to touch base. If anybody is in need of cake mixes, I did go and buy quite a few extras, so you guys are more than welcome to come pick up. And there's also a box of just staple ingredients that if anybody would like to come pick up from my home, we have, well, there's another cake box, some oats, we have some vanilla, pre-packet, you know, we package this up, the kids help me, salt, flour, baking soda, they labeled them for me, my kids helped me put together these boxes, cinnamon, and we do have, I was able to buy bulk food coloring, so food coloring in there as well, and some sugar. So, if anybody is in need or wanting to pick up a box for your baking, feel free to send me an email, and we can set up a time for pickup. So, we are going to, let's preheat the oven and start our white cake mix. So that can be baking as we're kind of assembling the chocolate cake mix. All right, so I washed the cake pan. So we are going to grease it with just some vegetable oil, just a little bit, maybe about a teaspoon of vegetable oil. So grease the bottom and the sides all around. This just keeps our cake from sticking. And now we're going to do the cake mix. So, following this direction off of this box, just Pillsbury regular white cake. And the reason I wanted to do the chocolate cake along with the white cake is there's some extra fun things we can do with the white cake. Just do the egg whites, and to do that I will be cracking my egg and then just getting the egg whites out. And you're doing 4 egg whites. Just back and forth, back and forth. And back and forth. And you can kind of use the edge of the shell to kind of break off the egg whites from the yolk. So you can get maximum usage out of that. And last one. Right. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Okay, so this is going to just go in with the cake mix. Check the box. 1/2 cup of oil, just regular vegetable oil. 1/2 cup. And it's best to have it on a solid surface and get eye level with it. 1/2 cup. And 1 1/4 cups water. And 1/4 cup. And I'm going to just mix until this is smooth. Make sure there's no lumps in there. Incorporate those egg whites. And because we're using the egg whites, it's just a nice pure white base that we're starting with. Mix, mix, mix. I like to just tap my cake down. It gets rid of any of the little bubbles, the air pockets, and we're gonna place that cake in the oven. Set a timer for, what's this say? About 25 minutes. Good time. 25. And start. Oh, not cook time. I want a timer. Timer. There we go. 25 minutes and start. Okay. So while we are waiting for that white cake to finish, we're just going to continue our forming of the chocolate cake balls. So remember, we are doing the size of two tablespoons, flat tablespoons. If you happen to have a cookie scoop, you can use that. You just want to be consistent with the size. So you could do 1 tablespoon worth. You're just going to end up with smaller little bites. And we're just trying to make consistent size to work with. And just really make sure you're getting all the air bubbles out. Roll. One and 2. Squeeze and roll. And like I said, if you have siblings, you can have them help you. This could be just a fun family activity. continue to fill up our cookie sheet. Okay, so we're just finishing up the last few cake balls. And how many do we have here? 5, 10, 15. Okay, so this one box of cake mix will, at the 2 tablespoon size, make, oh, we have 21 here. 21 cake balls. Okay. So we're just going to go around and make sure some of them get a little lopsided. Just form that into a better circle. Okay. So these are looking pretty good. All right. So, these are going to go chill in the freezer for about 20 minutes. Okay, while we are waiting for the chocolate cake pops to finish cooling in the freezer and our vanilla cake to bake, we're going to melt our chocolate candies. I'm going with the black for the chocolate cake pops, and we're going to melt it on the stove top. We're going to add water to the base of this. And we will just be creating a double boiler. So with a glass Pyrex bowl placed on top, as this water's heating up, we will effectively and safely heat up our chocolate candy melts. Actually, these are just candy melts. They're not chocolate, and they're black in color and they're vanilla flavored. So a double boiler is helpful because it's not direct heat on a sensitive product. You could also use the microwave to melt these. So this is going to take a few minutes to heat up and start melting our little candy pieces. Alright, so we're just about 2 minutes in, and the candies are starting to melt. I don't know if you can see. It's all starting to melt slowly. With doing the melting this way, you have more control than just melting it in the microwave. See if I can angle this. melting pretty quickly now. See what we have going on. The water is boiling underneath in the pot, and our candy melts are coming together. So this process is about 5 minutes from start to completely melted. Have a few chunks in here. Right, looks good. I'm going to turn off the stove, and we're going to start putting the sticks inside of a few of the cake pops. When you are putting the melted candy into another dish, be very careful because this bowl is piping hot. So have mom or dad help, or just be very safe. Use good safety measures. So I'm just going to do 3 cake pops. You're going to want to stick just about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of the stick into the melt. And then you're going to want to put the stick halfway down into the cake ball. And then these are going to go set in the deep freezer for another 10 minutes. And then we will be able and ready to dip. Okay, so the white cake is just traded place with this. That is in the deep freezer. These are ready to be dipped into our chocolate. And get all the excess off. These are going to go back into the freezer to chill again. So while the cake pops and the white cake mix are cooling, we are going to assemble a couple things. I'm going to be splitting the white cake into 2 separate bowls here. In one of the bowls, we're going to do sprinkles inside with the white cake. And we'll just probably do one large handful of sprinkles. And for the other one, we're going to make a cookies and cream flavor. So grab a few cookie sandwiches. And I'm just going to crush up. You can use your hand to crush it. I started with 5 cookies. I'll add a couple more. And make sure you don't have any too big of chunks. So this is almost about ready. we'll just place this at the bottom of this bowl to be waiting for our cake to come and join. I have added some chocolate chips into this little cup just for our cake pops so they can stand upright. And we are going to be adding 2 mini Oreos to the top of the cake pops to make little Mickey Mouse heads. Okay, so the cake pops are out of the freezer. I'm going to place them in here. They did flatten on the top a bit. So there's 2 ways we could do this. We can either keep them upright, and I'm going to dip the Oreo and hold it in place here. That one, this side stuck a little better. Little adorable Mickey Mouse head. And this is going to need to go into the freezer for a little bit longer to set. Ideally, we wouldn't have it flat on the bottom here. If we're going to have cake pops sitting up, we want a nice and round. And these will be going back into the freezer as well. Okay, mix. Cut around to get any of the crunchy edges off. And this one we're cutting in half. Half of it is going into our cookies and cream mixture. And half is going into our sprinkle mixture. So, just as before, we're going to want to crumble up the pieces. And I'm going to add more sprinkles into this because it'll be do a few more sprinkles. So you get that fun birthday cake. That fun birthday cake look to them. Set that aside. Crumble. Just break that apart. Nice and easy. And cookies and cream. Clean my space. And for this, because we cut the cake in half, I will do 1 heaping tablespoon into the cookies and cream and 1 heaping tablespoon into the birthday cake mixture, sprinkle mixture. And same thing, we want to make sure that we kind of get a Play-Doh consistency and that our cake turns into one formed. Beautiful. I'm going to wash my hands again real quick. Rinse them off. So I'm not transferring any of the chocolate crumbles over. And then for the for the birthday cake mixture. This cake smells so good. So I'm going to form those into balls onto a parchment or wax paper lined cookie sheet, and those are going to cool in the the freezer. Okay. So I found my 2 tablespoon scoop. It's going to form a few of these into balls. Okay, so 5 of the cookies and cream, 5 of the birthday cake, and then those are going to go chill out. Okay, and to wrap up the last little part of our video, I've melted candy melts into piping bags. So we have these 3 colors. I have cookie crumbles and sprinkles. So for the cookies and cream, I'm going to use the black ice or candy melts, and I'm just going to do a nice crisscross zigzag drizzle, kind of a star shape, drizzle, drizzle, and while this is still wet, just add a couple cookie crumbles on top. For our cookies and cream cake balls. And for the birthday cake ones, I'm going to use the blue and the pink. And just going to do one-way pink zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. And the opposite way, I'm going to do the blue zigzag. And then for a fun pop of color, while this is still wet, I don't know if you can see very well. While this is still wet, I'm going to open up our sprinkles and just do a little sprinkles. So here are our wonderful cake pop and cake ball creations today. Our Mickey Mouse head, cookies and cream, and our birthday cake. And this, I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you find it educational. And please, please, please reach out to me at all if you need any sort of baking ingredients or extra instruction. I hope you all are all doing well, and I will see you soon.